online.
Live. Did you publish the link so anyone?
Anyone that sees it, anyone that might have accidentally stumbled across us on YouTube, we are officially live.
Oh, okay, cool. I was trying to see if someone else just love to test the multi-person. I'll tell you what. Where is that? You published the link on House of Tortured Souls.
On the House of Tortured Souls Facebook webpage, yes.
All right, let me go there and share that on my page. So, and if you want to share it on your personal page,
of course.
I'll worry about my double chin and speaking properly if someone is watching us. And get off. I will get off my phone if someone comes in.
Let me see. Oh, and we are one person shy on our webpage from hitting 2,600 followers.
Awesome.
Yep. Or likes, and we have 2,576 people that are actually following us. So I think that's pretty impressive. Those numbers are what 23 apart. That's pretty impressive, I believe. I like that.
Not bad.
Yeah, so we're doing pretty good. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and post this. Yeah, that kind of makes sense, though, because unfortunately, until people actually start viewing it, you kind of waste your time discussing anything.
Well,
not necessarily, because it does record and it does publish it.
I did some Facebook Live stuff, and you just have to start rambling and wait for people to come in, and people would eventually drag in, and some would say, "Oh my God, that's boring," and leave. Which, I saw their live videos of them like cooking soup. So,
yeah, I did.
Oh, my hair looks horrible in the preview.
Oh, come on, man! You're always sexy. You know that.
Oh, there's my hat, but it's too far to reach. Yeah, the hair was like totally fly away in the preview picture for the live post, so that's awesome. That'll definitely bring in the religious fanatics.
Oh, joy. That's just what we need, too.
Oh, no, and I have more Pornbot friend request.
Oh, hell, they can
I had
join.
someone actually had bot in their name the other night. I think I know who that was.
Really?
Yeah, I had a friend request. I had a friend suggestion from Sue's bot, and I know someone who has a cat named Susie, so I think that's who that was. Would be the one who would actually put the word bot in his bot's name. Oh, now I can't find my friend request. Oh, there they are. I hope that's not a porn bot.
Yes, you do.
Aubrey Nikita. No, if that's a porn bot, they really went down. Oh yeah, that's a porn bot, and I already has one of my friends sucked in.
Hey, at least they don't try and hide it anymore. They're just direct, right to the point.
Yeah, that's it. I click on it, and it's like, "Do you want to see my?"
Right.
Yeah. So, have you seen any good movies? We'll carry this on for a few minutes and see if anyone bumps up here.
Yeah, by all means. For those of you who do join us at a later date, I am John. This is Alan. We are House of Tortured Souls. This is our new rendition of House of Tortured Souls Live, coming to you with a video podcast through YouTube as opposed to what we were using in the past. Not that anything was ever wrong with it, but we're just trying to venture out and reach more horror fans. So it is Sunday, June 4th, 2017.
I'm looking at Pornbot, sorry.
When Alan
But the person with bot in their name looks to be an actual person.
Yeah, that's Alan, ladies and gentlemen. When he's quiet and busy, he's all about the bots. So you had asked a moment ago,
Maybe got bots. Yeah, have you seen any good movies?
Most recently, the one that really sticks out, honestly, is probably The Train to Busan.
Oh, yeah.
I really did not expect much out of it, and I am really tired of zombie movies, but I think they did a phenomenal job with it. The filming, the acting, and the very end of the movie, I absolutely loved it.
I agree. I honestly, I started to make a joke about it, but honestly, no, it was a damn good movie.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of unexpected. But I was not. Everyone told me it was so great, so I was kind of expecting a letdown.
Sure.
But it was actually, not bad at all.
No, and that's the one thing that surprised me is that usually with Asian horror, you get a really bad acid trip to whereas you're kind of like, what the hell did I just watch? Or it's
you also get a lot of Asians normally.
That does seem to go hand in hand with that. I think that's kind of racist of them, but it's their own thing, so I'm going to leave it at that. But it's also usually extremely perverted to the point where no children should ever be allowed to watch this stuff. Not with me anyway. And it was a clean movie.
You've been watching the wrong movies. Let me get you some Asian hookup movie wise. But I do know what you're saying. Yeah, especially if you go into like anything by Takashi Miike.
Well, whose films I absolutely love though. I'm not saying anything.
I loved his films up to Izo. I could not keep up with Izo. I bought a copy of it thinking, oh, Takashi Miike. I love him. Great weirdness. That one, I have no idea what was happening at any point during the film. And just blood, gore.
Right.
Beyond extreme. Extreme maybe in a different way, but than some of his other films, but it was out there. And if anyone is watching, you can leave a comment and the YouTubes, and we might see it, we might not, but you can leave a comment.
Yeah. Believe it or not, we actually do have a viewer.
Yeah, I think that's me probably.
Probably.
Yeah, I'm watching on my phone, so just to see if there were any comments. I was thinking, this I can watch and try to. There is a way to preview it, but I didn't want to do that on my computer and.
Right.
Yeah.
Is what it is. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. If no one joins us.
No one's inside right now.
No. Well, just us, the dogs.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything good lately in horror. I guess the last thing was what was it, The Vortex that everyone was talking about, which was okay. I was not blown away the way a lot of people were. I thought it was a good movie. It was a decent attempt, but it was also extremely repetitive of 1,000 other movies. Even or Night Shift recently by Anthony de Blasi. It was kind of took some stuff from it, took a lot of stuff from Hellraiser, took a lot of stuff from The Beyond by Fulci. So it just seemed like it was like kind of the Tarantino school of making a movie where you steal 1,000 other movies and throw them together. Wasn't bad. It was great, and I know horror fans loved it, and I liked it. I enjoyed it, but I did see where it was not. I don't think it was the second coming of the great horror movie or the second coming of Hellraiser or whatever some people were saying. Train to Busan was, of course, good. I know I've seen more. That's my problem. I see so many that the good and the bad run together.
Right.
Yeah, nothing really good at the theater and the horror
No, it
genre.
really hasn't. I'm really surprised that so much horror-ish, leaning towards the horror genre, has gotten to be so popular with TV lately. Whereas
Yeah,
something that used to come on TV, if it wasn't, a 30-minute sitcom of Night Court during dinner hours, I didn't care anything about it. But nowadays
yeah,
they're making such great shows that you want to turn off Netflix. You don't want to go to the movies because you don't want to miss the next episode of whatever your new horror TV sitcom is.
yeah. And horror used to be, if it was on TV, I disregarded it pretty much.
Yeah, agreed.
You never had anything. I mean, you had your shows that were okay, like Freddy's Nightmares and the Friday the 13th, the series, but they were not really great.
And they were
Horror
so
TV.
edited back then. TV was so
Heavily
different.
edited,
You know,
episodic. You knew every episode wraps up. It was like almost like a sitcom for horror, and that pretty much every episode, we had a beginning, you had an ending. It always follow that formula. Now you've got stuff like The Exorcist, which hopefully will be back for a second season. Bates Motel.
As a matter of fact, I actually thought about you the other day because I knew you were a huge fan of The Exorcist, and I actually read that it had been signed
renewed
for another season.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, I had a friend met Hannah Kasolka. I'm sure I'm slaughtering her name. The little girl that played the Reagan-esque role, which I don't want to spoil it for the people who actually watch the show. But yeah,
Right.
The Exorcist, Bates Motel went to dark places without a safety net.
Right.
You never know who's going to survive. Even in Bates Motel, they did some things where you're expecting it to play out this way, and it totally didn't.
Right.
I have not watched the Omen TV series. I heard nothing good about it.
Yeah.
But, there's some great things. And Penny Dreadful, which I completely forgot about, and such a beautifully filmed, beautifully shot, well acted, great cast. I can't say anything bad about Penny Dreadful, except I miss it.
I know you were a big fan, and I remember that you actually wrote a farewell piece to it, so to speak. For the website that we published. So I knew that was a big piece for you. Not even so much, I don't even know what the hell this show is yet. I can't narrow it down, but American Gods, if you haven't watched yet.
I've been watching it. It's interesting. It's not really sucked me into the point that like Bates did.
Right.
I want to read the book. Everyone tells me the book is much better.
I don't know where it's going. I really don't have that. How can I put it? I've seen the episodes that have been released. Stephanie and I have watched them, and it keeps me, but at the same time, it's kind of loses you all at the same time, just because it takes so many different turns. I think the acting is great. I love the style of how it's done, but I mean, I'm just surprised at how much horror TV is out there. I mean, hell, even when the Soska sisters came out and host Elevator, which everybody was anticipating, and I'm sorry, I think it's a great idea. I think it was executed quite poorly in the sense of it is so cheesy, and the people that they get to be participants in this show need to be seriously beaten outside. Overacted, over dramatized. It's a shit show, but they do it, and it's entertaining. Don't get me wrong. The show itself is a lot of fun. Unfortunately, it's the participants that honestly kill it for me.
That was me, and I watched maybe 2 episodes, and it seemed like, okay, these people aren't, number one, they're not horror movie fans.
Right.
They're the type of fans who like, oh my God, let's go see Saw tonight at the mall. Or the people like, oh, I love The Fog, and they're talking about the remake.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, has there been anyone on there with like visible tattoos? And I mean, I keep my tattoos covered up, so it's no. I am not your typical horror fan by any stretch of the imagination, but
You know what though, Al?
that
If someone were to profile you and say, no, he's definitely not a horror fan, see, that's the great cover up because you were the quiet guy next door who hacked everybody up in
the
their
serial
basement.
killer. Yes,
Exactly. Exactly. So that's a great cover up for you though.
it really is. But these are the people like I can see them like on the Family Feud, like good answer, good answer, good answer. Not like a horror fan that's like, yeah, motherfucker, yeah,
Right.
or but I
Yeah,
don't know. I mean, and I know they have to sanitize that on television, and they have to get pretty people to some extent.
right.
But it just, yeah, it does seem like way too sanitized, way too.
Which really surprises me though too, and I honestly I can't recall what channel it's it comes through, but when you look
Game Show Network, maybe.
at, God, I can't even remember. I really can't, which is sad because if you compare it to some of the other stuff that's broadcast nowadays, there's been times I've actually been watching a show and I'll look at Steph and I'll be like, this is on real TV and not on cable. This is crazy.
Yeah,
Because I'm still used to it, back in the day, it was if somebody said hell on national TV on a show, people
yeah,
would
I know.
turn their heads
Yeah,
like, ooh. But
it's
so the stuff they get away with nowadays is really surprising.
the best horror game show I ever remember was MTV's Fear,
Oh, I
and
kind of remember that. Yeah.
I remember just episodes, and I remember one episode where they had the people in, I believe, a prison, and the contestants had to get up on a chair and put a noose around their neck.
Really?
And I think then, yeah, in the dark, and they had all these challenges like that, and you had to go through with them to go to the next stage. And there was a real element of fear, or it felt like it, because they would take them to these haunted places, insane asylums, Eastern State Penitentiary, and they would make them do these stunts involving bugs and nooses, or putting your head on a chopping block and holding it there where someone had been executed, or lying. They would do the things that really played with you psychologically versus just, we have a timer that we have to beat.
Right.
They had a timer like, you have to get up on this block, put your head on a noose, and sit there for 3 minutes in the dark, or jump off, and then the noose wasn't really tied. There were things that really, to me, triggered, that's, you could really appeared to be actual fear in the people doing
Right.
it, and that transferred out to the screen. In Elevator, it's a game show. Everybody knows this game. They know it's a game show. It's like, yeah, we got to win that money. It's not like we got to not get killed.
Well, there was a show, I'm not going to remember the name of it. It was based on how long, if you were put into a horror movie, how long could you survive?
Yeah.
Some of the obstacles. I guess it was about 4 years ago, and I want to say it lasted 2, maybe 3 episodes. Great concept, just no money to support it. No money was promoting it. Really, really poorly executed. But you'd see a contestant, they'd walk in, and it would be like walking into the cabin. Well, any stereotypical cabin in any horror movie, but what's to say from Friday the 13th? And things would happen, lights would go out, there would be someone pounding outside the walls trying to get in, and you have to survive. Different scenarios basically, and again, it was a game show. If you won, you moved on. If you didn't, you're out the door.
Yeah.
Was a great concept. Again, like I said, just no support. And this was, I want to say, 3 to 4 years ago, and it's just amazing how far and how much more support the horror genre is getting nationally. It's not just something that a group of people would go and watch on a Friday, Saturday night at the movies. It's now everywhere. And
Yeah,
I
and I love,
love
and
them.
I don't want to, that I kind of harped on Elevator, and I only watched a couple of episodes, and I don't want to act like I'm attacking Jen and Sylvia because I love them. I think they're wonderful people.
Oh, of course,
Um,
me too.
their movies with me have been hit and miss, but I think they personally are wonderful people. I think they're talented. I
Hmm.
think they're just looking for the right vehicle to like
Right.
magic. I think See No Evil was not a real good match style of movie making. Um,
I
but
think.
and I didn't hate it. I like See No Evil too, but it was, to me, it was the thing that most people were complaining. It's just another cutter horror movie. It's the same as everything else, but less gore. I'm like, well, yeah, but how many Friday the 13th have been? Well, actually, they were all kind of original, but at the same time, they were original. They were basically the same thing. Jason kills a lot of people. The
Sure.
originality was Jason kills a lot of people, but he's in Manhattan. Jason kills a lot of people, but he's on a spaceship. Jason kills a lot of people, but there's a psychic.
Right.
Basically, comes down to a guy in a hockey mask or a potato bag killing a bunch of people.
Right.
And to me, See No Evil 2 was just another cookie cutter horror movie. I hate that phrase. I've never used it, I don't think, before today, but it was just another horror movie.
Yeah, it was expanding on their name. It was helping them get, a wider audience, if you will. I don't think they will. I don't think that they could outdo themselves personally than American Mary. I think that
No, and
movie was them
I
to a
think
T.
their only chance of outdoing that is to come up with another project themselves completely.
Hmm.
They write it, conceive it, because that was what hit with American Mary so much. This was something that a lot of people don't even fit into the horror genre because it's so different from everything else. Well, we
Right.
were up to 3 viewers. We're down to 2 now, so something we said sucked,
Yeah. Well.
apparently. My hair still. Yeah, we got to have a hat for the next time. Uh, I don't know anything else to talk about. This has been a test of the Emergency Broadcast Network.
Well, I guess we will call it a day, boys and girls, both of
Yeah,
you.
I probably pissed off a Saska fan, I guess. By
Yeah. We'll be getting hate mail and death threats as soon as we hang
I
up.
love Jen and Sil. Well,
Well, if it makes anybody feel any better, if anybody thinks that we're actually talking badly about them, right up on my wall to my right, as a matter of fact, where the hell is it? I will actually show you guys my support. Hang on one second. Okay.
oh, nice.
Autographed at that. And somewhere out in the living room, I have a little cardboard cutout of the character of American Mary, autographed by Catherine Isabella.
I have an American Mary. I do not have the Saska's autograph, but I did get a picture with them together. So I have touched the Saska's. Like I said, I really do love them. The only thing I have hanging in my living room is my autographed Phantom of the Paradise.
I was trying to figure out who that was.
Yeah, that's Phantom of the Paradise. Hold on, let's see if I can do this without showing too much of my dirty house. Oh.
Okay, there we go.
The great William Finley, the late William Finley, as well as Harold Oblong and the guy who plays Beef. Graham.
Alan, come closer to your computer. Nope, your voice. We're losing you.
Okay. Anyway, that was autographed by, I forgot I don't have the mic. Autographed by Harold Oblong and William Finley, who sadly has passed away. The guy who plays Garrett Graham, the guy who plays Beef in Phantom of the Paradise. My absolute favorite musical. Yeah, if we
Well,
start doing this, I'm gonna get an actual webcam.
okay.
So I can actually have a little bit more control over how I'm shot, and the micro versus holding my laptop up everywhere.
Well,
I've
just
got a webcam somewhere.
to reiterate, in case anybody did or does who might listen to this, watch this in the future, if anybody thinks that we are dissing the Soska sisters, we both, Alan and I, understand that they did not write nor direct Elevator. They are the hosts.
Yeah.
We are both
Yeah,
fans of them. And they are also going to be, here's a plug for them. They will be in Cherry Hill at Monster Mania in mid-end August. So they're going to be making,
oh wow,
yeah, they're going to be making their Jersey appearance. So knock on wood, I will be there. House of Tortured Souls will hopefully be there. So there you go.
I want to be there. I don't see it happening, but damn.
Well, if you can drive up, if drive, sorry, I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah,
If
17 hours.
if
I
you can
think.
make it, if you can make it to Maryland, you got a place to crash, and I'm an hour and a half away from it. We'll drive up in the morning.
I wish I didn't even know about it, because now it's gonna like eat me up.
See, now John's the asshole again. Here we go.
I would, I'll pretty much have to hit the lottery, but
I hear you. I'm probably not even going to be able to pay to get in. I'm probably just going to go hang out in the lobby with all the rest of them. Yeah.
that's fun.
It can be. I mean, I've been to Monster Mania, what, 2-3 times now, and the lobby party is a great time. Everybody's there. Once you've made your rounds and you decide that you're not going to wait in those lines and you're not going to pay that price,
Yeah.
everybody just kind of, hangs out in the hotel lobby and has a good time. So I'm like,
I've skipped
hand out some
the
cards.
official parties.
So
the most fun I had at Days of the Dead was not going to their VIP party, but hanging out on the front lawn, front lobby, outside, and we had our own karaoke, no music, so we were just singing and drinking and talking movies,
right,
which is what is way more fun than being stuck in a room with a DJ and having to buy $8 beers.
Well, that's what we do, man. We sit around, we talk horror, and pretend that we can sing.
Why not? Why not? Okay, we were up to 3. We're back down to 2. Let's say we cut this in, since this was not really something that was planned or thought out. This is just, if you're watching, this is just kind of a test and seeing what the capabilities of the YouTube and Google Hangouts are, and doing live with multi people. Sure, we'll have someone actually interesting to talk to, and I will probably be wearing a hat, so it might fly away. And this is like just wake up and like, oh shit, I said I do 11 o'clock. And
well, we do promise for the future, folks, that we will get people that are much, much more attractive than Alan and I to be a little bit easier on your eyes.
And Alan will be awake fully, and he still probably won't care what he says, but
this was just kind of like Alan said, a run for us. Please do feel free to check us out on www.houseoftorturedsouls.com, where you can find our previous House of Tortured Souls live actual podcasts, which just last week we had the director of Pieces of Talent, Joe Stauffer, was on. We've had Robert Lasardo in the past. Billy Pond, director of Circus of the Dead, has been on. We've had a good run. BJ McDonald.
We had Elvis. No, we didn't have Elvis.
Well, Elvis had left the building, so he didn't stop by. But we're trying.
I can get Yeti Elvis. I've had Yeti Elvis on my show before.
Anybody out there that does listen, is listening, might listen, hit us up, man. Admins at houseoftorturesouls.com. Drop us a line. You guys want to be up on the show. We're also obviously looking for technical support for the website, as well as always looking for future contributors. So
what you want to see, tell us what you want to hear, tell us the guests that you want to have on the show, and then go convince those guests to be on the show.
Right.
I'm not saying gunpoint, but that is an option. Second Amendment rights, if you can kidnap someone and hold them on a video cam for 30 minutes, that's fine by me.
We do have a list of people that have agreed to be on the show, people that back in the day I never would have thought possible. So
And only half
everybody-
of them have blocked me, so we've got a good
well,
possibility.
that's why I don't mention you until after they're already on the show. So I try to play that angle with them. Anyhow, folks, thank you for joining us. We hope to see you guys and a lot more of you soon. Please help us spread the word. Keep the horror alive. House of Torture.
To the 3 people that I'm sorry, go. Well, I'll stop talking over you two at some point. Go ahead.
House of Torture Souls.com. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I guess that's about it for right now.
Yeah, I just want to say to the 3 people who are watching right now, we're so sorry. We're so sorry. All right, I'm through. That was my Pee Wee Herman, Hamburger Man from Cheech and Chong's Next Dreams, I think.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
I think it was where he's the Hamburger Man. He's like, I'm so sorry.
Yep, I forgot about that. Alan Albertson, ladies and gentlemen, he's here all week.
All right. Well, I'm through. I'll talk to y'all later.
See you guys.
Okay. Now you got to hit the stop broadcast, and it probably takes like 10 minutes.
Until next time, folks. This is John and Alan. HouseOfTortureSouls.com. Keep it evil.
We're not.